Welcome to OCRC Raceway in Huntington Beach, California. Today it's race 2 of round 4 of SCMT Racing Series. I'm your host, Charlie Seungtai, and with me is Tommy Mason.
Howdy, howdy.
Well, Tommy, today is the second race of the day, and we will be competing on this very technical Chicago-style course. As you can see, the SCMT track crew is really hard at work getting this course prepared. Here are the keys to the race. It's 22 competitors, top 10 qualifiers get a first round bye, and it's the second race of doubleheader, so a lot of these competitors will be working on their trucks to get them dialed in.
Going to be a high-speed technical track like you were just talking about. You can see some adjustments being made from the round before, and we're going to see how these drivers can adapt to this track.
As we take a look, it's the Proline track preview. Trevor Adamo in the launch control will claim the pole position. And as we take a look at the top 10 qualifiers, Adamo would actually claim the top 2 spots with hang time as well, followed by Michael Iacono's 2 trucks, Roush Performance and Stars and Scars. So if we take a look at the remainder of the qualifying field, what do you look to see from this course, Tommy? It's going to be really tight and technical.
In the last rounds, actually in all of SCMT racing, I feel like this is actually going to be the toughest track to hit your marks on. So we're going to find out here in round 1. Scarlet Bandit up against Unstoppable. Good start for both, nice and smooth. Now this is where these corners are going to really have to set you up in a wheelie there, so that's going to slow down.
Yeah, that jump, it's going to be, as he runs over a few tires for Scarlet Bandit. And actually, both trucks miss the finish line jump, so looks like we're going to have a redo, Tommy. Both trucks technically failed to finish the race.
So right off the bat, some wheelies there, and again, that's not good.
That was a pretty big hit by Scarlet Bandit, and looks like might have broken something, Tommy.
That was a gnarly hit into the wall. You can see Scarlet Bandit's all kind of struggles with Unstoppable, literally unstoppable in this one.
As we move on, our next pair will be Titan versus Mutant.
So we saw in the first match of the first round, these drivers going to have to hit their marks and see.
Hitting those tires again, Tommy.
So that's going to be a penalty there, but if they can come back.
And that will be it for Titan, and your winner is Mutant. So
fell back early, came back thanks to Titan.
Just shows that the race isn't over until it's over, Tommy. You got to get to the finish line as we see Blue Thunder lining up against Hurricane Force.
Good start for both as they go into their first corners.
Those tires, Tommy, very treacherous. And a flip for Blue Thunder, so
getting freestyle started a little early.
As Hurricane Force tries to negotiate around this chicane.
A nice little cruise over the line as Blue Thunder is stuck like a turtle upside down.
Tough break for Blue Thunder, but Hurricane Force will be moving on to the next round. Our next pair at the line is this is quite a rivalry, Tommy. It's Max D versus Gravedigger.
The rivalry match. So we'll see who's gonna better who. Good start out of both, but no, big trouble out of both.
It's a double fail, Tommy. We might have to do another rerun. So both trucks on their lids.
The suspense and the rivalry making these drivers go too hard too soon.
So we'll see Max D versus Gravedigger.
Much better start out of both. So these corners, here we go. Nice corner for Gravedigger.
Has the lead going into the last turn. And as long as he can negotiate this last jump, and Gravedigger will take the win. So after a pretty entertaining first try at this, Gravedigger will be moving on to round 2, Tommy.
Nice little ease over Max D. Coming up next, round 2, SCMT at OCRC.
The SCMT Racing Series is brought to you by Proline, racing to bring you the best. JConcepts. and Fat Cat Customs.
Hi, I'm Cole Custer, and you're watching Low Budget TV.
And we're back to OCRC Raceway in Huntington Beach, California, where the SoCal Monster Trucks Racing Series is back in action. Up next is round 2, and we're going to see a lot of the heavy hitters now, Tommy.
Yep, so we got the fast qualifiers battling against the drivers making their way through the bracket. We're going to see what happens here. A lot of heavy hitters like you talked about, Launch Control being one of them, and Cody Saucier Motorsports. These two have met towards the final rounds, and we're going green.
Yeah, this is actually a rematch of race 1 as well. So unfortunately for Cody Saucier Motorsports, has to face Trevor Adamo once again. And Trevor Adamo takes the round win as Cody Saucier Motorsports gets hung up on that second to last kicker jump, but finishes his run. And now we see Pretty in Black versus Hooked.
These starts are crucial. You can see them actually making a... Well, I spoke too soon.
Oh, gets
they're
on the
both
bike.
Struggling.
So, looks like Hooked still has the advantage. Pretty in Black is making up time right now, though. Oh, with the wheelie. And Pretty in Black, I think, may have edged him out. And looks like Pretty in Black will be your winner going to round 3. So that was a pretty close finish, Tommy.
Yeah, good start. Stayed ahead, but Hooked was on the way, but stayed up in front for Pretty in Black.
As we take a look at the replay, gets on the bike. At this point, Hooked has the advantage, but then Pretty in Black has a really good last corner. And look at the finish, Tommy. It was that close.
Couldn't even realize that the first time around, but great replay there for that round 2 victory. It's Unstoppable versus Iron Outlaw coming up next.
Looks like Iron Outlaw with the early lead. Good over that kicker jump. Now approaches the last corner. A little bit squirrely, but gathers back up. And, oh, looks like Unstoppable with a problem. And Iron Outlaw will take the round win.
So you got to be wondering, if you're looking across and seeing your opponent having issues, just kind of take it easy there at the end and just survive.
Yeah, this track, a lot of it is just survival, as we see Roush Performance versus Mutant.
So Mutant squeezed out a win up against Roush Performance.
Looks like Michael Iacono has the edge going to the last jump, and Roush Performance will take the win. Some problems for Mutant, but he finishes his run too, so good run for Michael Iacono as he moves on to round 3. Our next pair will be the Black Pearl versus Hang Time.
It's all about these starts. It's all about the corners. The Chicago style with a big flop there.
So that's going to be it for Black Pearl as Hang Time negotiates the last turn and races his way to round 3. So
we talked about this a little bit in the last show, how this carpet, without the dirt, these trucks kind of need that forgiving surface of sliding around, but so much grip out of this carpet that your big mistake is having a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, the carpet surface can be very unforgiving, and unless you made adjustments to your trucks, it could be very, very costly. As we see there, next pair, it's Hurricane Force versus JTP 13. Oh, on the bike for JTP 13, so, and a wheelie too, so pretty close, even at the halfway point, but Hurricane Force looks like he's going to have to make up some time. Oh, and a big hit. Oh,
breaking the wheel off.
So major impact for Hurricane Force. Absolute disaster.
He was behind trying to make up as much as he can. Looks like he just got squirrely coming to the finish line.
I mean, if there's any time you're going to go for it, it's going to be coming to the line, but...
Wow, look at the damage.
Yeah, these walls are unforgiving, Tommy. As we take a look at the replay, and both trucks were on the edge the whole time, and
JTP with a great job of keeping the truck down on its wheels twice.
And just hit the jump, not quite straight, and as you can see, the results were devastating. So tough break for Chris Ribali in the Hurricane Force.
It's got a lot to do before freestyle. Charlie, you spoke with him in the pits.
Had a pretty good race today. Came pretty close, except for tanked it at the end. Broke my axles in the back. sheared them straight off. You know, it happens, hit the wall. But all in all, it was a pretty good day, pretty close. I want to thank Trevor putting this on at OCRC, and I hope to see you guys the next one at Pomona.
Talk about that race. I mean, it was very close, and you know, was that kind of one reason why you were sort of maybe going for it at the end?
Absolutely. At the end, I saw him catching up right there and punched it, but punched it a little too hard and veered off to the right and straight into the wall.
Yeah, have you ever had damage like that before?
Absolutely. Worse.
Oh, okay.
A lot worse, but it's always a lot of fun damaging it, and putting it back together is half the fun.
Are you going to be at Pomona?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The rest of the races, I'll be there.
Right on. See you the last 2 rounds.
Thanks a lot, man.
So tough break for Chris Rabali, but he's still in good spirits, and we'll definitely see him at the next event. But right now, it's going to be Gravedigger versus Bounty Hunter.
Oh, trouble there, and gotten stuck over the tires. And I guess got a little too crazy. So Digger's going to take it to the win. An easy win for Gravedigger as he will advance.
As we move on, it's Stars and Scars versus Time Flies.
Good start out of both. Oh, clipping the tires. Still in the lead, though, but flops it over, hangs on, gets back on the wheel.
Actually, he's going in reverse now, but it's not going to be enough to make up for that mistake, Tommy. Time Flies takes the win. So Larry Turner was behind, but then Michael Iacono made a big mistake coming to last corner, and Time Flies takes the win. As you take a look at the replay. And almost loses it right there, Tommy.
Yeah, that's where the trouble starts for Time Flies. But regains composure and comes to the line, flies it over that jump.
As we see Michael Iacono go across the finish line in reverse. When we come back, it's round 3 action from OCRC Raceway. The SCMT Racing Series is brought to you by Low Budget TV, TQ Media House, and Proline, racing to bring you the best.
Hi, I'm Cole Custer, and you're watching Low Budget TV.
Welcome back to OCRC Raceway in Huntington Beach, California, where the SoCal Monster Trucks are here for race 2 of round 4 of their championship. Up next is round 3 action, where we have Launch Control versus Pretty in Black, Roush Performance versus Iron Outlaw, Hang Time versus JTB 13, and Gravedigger versus Time Flies.
I think the big matchup, the one that I'm most interested in, is race 3 of round 3. I think that's going to be the battle, but we got plenty of racing before it, including this matchup here, Launch Control versus Pretty in Black.
Good start for both trucks as they approach the first turn. Adamo clips the tire, but no harm, no foul as we head to the last turn. And
Ooh, Launch Control.
Pretty in Black kept it interesting, but in the end, Launch Control pulled out the win.
And I noticed that Launch Control, I felt like he slowed down throughout the course, not allowing himself to make too many mistakes, especially seeing his opponent kind of struggling.
Well, what's that saying, Tommy? Sometimes you got to go slow to go fast.
Yep. And there you see there, he just kind of cruises over the line to ensure victory as we were flip it over at the end.
And it was a strong run by Pretty in Black, but just not enough to get the round win as we move on to Roush Performance versus Iron Outlaw.
Good start out of both. Nice and tidy through the corners. We might have a race coming to the line. Nope.
That's going to be pretty close. Oh, no. Looks like Roush Performance will take the win.
Trouble over on the other side of the track, which gives the win to Roush Performance.
Looking ahead now, it's a rematch of the semifinals of Race 1, Tommy. Hang Time versus JTP 13.
So this is the one that I was excited for. We'll see as we go green.
Trevor Adamo is going to want some revenge after Zach McKenzie eliminated Hang Time in the first race. And looks like he's going to get it, Tommy.
Wow.
It was a close race,
Yeah.
but Hang Time pulled it out.
They both had their issues throughout this course.
Yeah, you can see the
The
course
debris
was,
field.
yeah. So the track workers are going to do a little bit of work to get the track cleaned up. As we take a look at the replay,
So JTP clipping the tire, and watch what happens to hang time right there. Holds him up.
Close finish, actually, Tommy. So good race, but in the end, it's hang time going to the semifinals.
So Gravedigger and Time Flies. Even over the jump, through the corners. We got a race.
Looks
Last
like Time
corners.
Flies has the edge, and Time Flies will take the win. So Larry Turner continuing his epic run through the ladder. Coming up next, it's the semis and the finals from OCRC Raceway. The SCMT Racing Series is brought to you by Proline, racing to bring you the best. JConcepts. And Cat Customs.
Hi, I'm Cole Custer, and you're watching Low Budget TV.
Welcome to OCRC Raceway for the SCMT Monster Truck Racing Series, and it's the semifinals, Tommy. Launch Control versus Roush Performance, and Hang Time versus Time Flies.
So I'm excited to see. I feel like this first race match will be the one that is probably going to end up in the highlight reel. Both drivers really strong on the Chicago-style course. As you see Launch Control and Roush Performance. Heads-up battle. Going to the finals. Who's it going to be? They're just about even.
Looks like Adamo has a little bit of an edge. And Launch Control will be heading back to the final. So Michael Iacono knew he had to make up time in that last corner, but he just couldn't get it.
He clipped that tire and sent him upside down right before the finish line jumps.
So we'll see, can Adamo get his second truck in the final? Hang Time versus Time Flies.
Good start for both.
Pretty clean.
Time Flies flying, but he is behind. Oh, this could help. Time Flies to the final.
Adamo saved it, but he couldn't get back the time that he lost in that flip. Just took a bad bounce, Tommy, as we're going to see in this replay. Looked like he had the race under control, and then it just all went wrong. As we take a look at Time Flies going over the first half of the course, pretty clean. Still behind, though, and Adamo binned it, saved it, but Larry Turner pulling out the win in an upset. So our final round will be Launch Control versus Time Flies. Can Larry Turner do it again, Tommy?
It's been a while since I've seen Kelvin Raymer in the finals at Anaheim, and we're going to see this matchup here, Launch Control versus Time Flies, here on Low Budget TV. It's been a while since we've seen Time Flies ready to go at the line. I have no idea who possibly could win this one. Trevor's obviously fast, but Time Flies has just been killing it through the brackets.
Well, don't worry, Tommy. Monster Jam can't take this video down.
Oh, well, we'll see. We've been surprised before. Green is out.
Pretty even into the first turn.
They are even
Yeah,
across
yeah.
the line. Here we go. Final corners.
Oh, perfect turn for Adamo.
And I don't know. I have no idea.
And Adamo's celebrating, so I think Adamo gets the
Oh,
win.
but he flops over top of Time Flies. Well, that one I'll have to see a replay because I'm not disputing the fact, but I just wanted to see how close it was because it was pretty dang close in my eyes.
Well, timing and scoring says that Adamo is your winner. So we will see a replay, but first we will check in with your Race 2 winner.
We're here at OCRC today with the series. Brought all the guys out to race. We're on a carpet track that's different than what we normally run on. Has a lot of traction. It's very aggressive. Trucks are super responsive. You can't get out of shape. If you do, you're pretty much in trouble, and the truck's going upside down. Our trucks ran real good today. Mine were spot on. They did exactly what you wanted them to. Thankfully, I did my job driving them, and we won both races. Qualified number one. But can't wait to go back out in the dirt next month. Hopefully we'll see you there.
So as you saw in the replay, Tommy, it was close, but technically Time Flies was flipping over that finish line. So
Yeah.
maybe if he had a clean run, he might have been able to pull off the upset, but in the end, once again, it's Trevor Adamo and Launch Control.
His got to speak volumes of his driving and his knowledge of the trucks and the tracks. He knows what he's doing, and it shows.
So that's a wrap at OCRC Raceway, Tommy. Pretty interesting weekend we had on this carpet surface. Our next event, though, will be at Hot Rod Hobbies for the SCMT Winter Finals.
Back on the dirt, back on the high banks. They're going to destroy the track like it's completely unrecognizable.
Well, that's all we have today. So for Tommy Mason, I'm Charlie Sungtai, and we'll see you next time we go RC Monster Truck Racing on Low Budget TV.